Pisces. So I already cranked the AC in this room because, you know, it's summer or whatever. But I'm getting hot in like an internal way with your reading. Now, the Justice card fell out, and we have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So for those of you, this is spiritual path and career. So for those of you that are maybe trying to renegotiate your contract, right? Because Mercury's in retrograde, so that's the time that you renegotiate. I don't think that you'd be signing a contract for the first time, but if you are, right, this could be this too. And I think it's really bothering you. I think you feel like there's something that you're missing, something that you're not understanding, something that is just, there's just this feeling I'm getting that like you're stressed that something's not going to work out in your favor. And this could be anything that has to do with like you signing to a document. So it could be like a job application, or you applied a while ago and you're waiting to hear an answer, or, you know, a new lease. This could be a new business deal, especially if you have your own business and you do contractor work of some kind, or you your business gets contracted by other businesses, things like that. But there's this overarching worry. Okay, there's this worry. But you have to remember when it comes to the energy of the Justice, like a little bit it's out of your hands. And that may bother you, right? That may bring you some type of strife. However, it's really important to remember that ultimately Spirit's going to do what's fair. And what's fair is what is in cosmic order. And also, the more you stress out about it and try to, I'm feeling mentally grasp at straws, so to speak, you're only going to delay the response, and or, you know, if you get really, really down about it, you know, I do believe that we all have the power to shift our manifestations into a different place. So be really mindful about how anxious you are or aren't getting. And then I cut the deck again, and we have the King of Pentacles. So I think this is definitely money related for you. Definitely if you, you know, are looking for a new job, looking for new financial opportunities, you're a business owner. I don't feel this is somebody outside of you, Pisces. I really feel like this is you. And I think that you're really waiting on this money or waiting on this decision because you need to step into this King of Pentacles. Like you're trying to understand the amount of money your kingdom has, or you're trying to gain more so you can be this King of Pentacles, you can be financially stable and be a provider, I'm feeling. Yes. But you need to be patient, and you need to allow yourself to be tempered. You need to be able to get a grip on your emotions, right? There's this need to like come back to reality fully. And this is Virgo season, right? Your opposite sign. So pay attention to the facts. So if you're really like hyped up and nervous and anxious about a situation, right? Or an opportunity that you're waiting to hear an answer on, I really urge you to take yourself, the way that I urge you to take yourself out of anxiety is just take a step back and list the facts, whether you have to listen to yourself out loud or, you know, in your, write them down, something. Just go over the facts, and that should make you feel more comfortable, because the shoulda, woulda, couldas, maybes, whatever, they're always going to bog our minds. They're always going to bog our minds. But if we just go over the facts, usually what we see is, well, I presented the best I could, or I presented the best quote for these people that I could, or I did I crossed my T's and dotted my I's. So I just need to be patient and believe that I have worked for this and that this is what is for me. Hey, Pisces. What the fuck, y'all? What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I'm sad to see the devil here again. But it's interesting. I started to get that like Rick Ross voice, like the devil is a lie. Because it's in the door that's now open to you that was once closed. So it's kind of as if like you started to close the door on the devil last month. So I'm pretty sure it showed up in your energy. But it's like the devil keeps calling me. You know what I mean? And Scorpio had the Seven of Swords in their heart, and they had the Ten of Pentacles in their head, I believe. Virgo had the Seven of Swords in their head. So there might be some crossover there. Now, like I was speaking on the job stuff in the beginning, in the outcome you see we have the Eight of Pentacles coupled with the Five of Wands and the King of Pentacles, or the King of Cups, excuse me, which is you, and the rune Success. So before I even get into all this hubbub over here, there is competition for that job you want or for that money you're trying to make, right? But it's just time to really step up to the plate, basically. I don't think that you can get, like, if you get boxed out of this opportunity, it's either because A, it was not ultimately for you, or B, you didn't try hard enough. Okay, there's this need here this month to really, like, put your best foot forward. The overall energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? I am feeling as though that a little bit the Wheel of Fortune this month is feeling like the hamster wheel. I think change is available to you, but I'm not sure if you're really ready to take it. Because the thing about the Wheel of Fortune is you don't know which way the wheel is going to turn. Okay, and I think that's why over here you see the devil in the door that's now open to you, because our shadow is always there, baby. That desire, you know what I mean? That the distractions, the drinking, or whatever it is, you know, whatever it is that I'm feeling, I don't want to say waste your money on, because obviously you are all adults and you can spend whatever you want your money on, but I'm getting this feeling like for a lot of you, either you're trying to invest more money in your business or create more capital, or you've been wanting to earn more money for your family or even for yourself for more stability. But if you look, like, the Seven of Swords is escaping right into the devil's arms. He's like bringing these swords back to the devil. And these other two cards fill out with the devil, Five of Swords and Judgment, and we have the rune here, Protection. I'm sorry, Joy. Excuse me, Joy. Five of Swords with Joy. So it's almost as if, like, Spirit is saying, if you want to kill your joy by, I'm feeling a little bit lying, not all of you, and it's not even like a lie that necessarily would be like highly deceptive. It's more of like a white lie I'm feeling, or you promised you were going to save your money because you have these goals, but you kind of like lie to yourself, like you take that promise back. And I just keep feeling like you have the opportunity to like slip up. But it's not really, like, yes, other people will be disappointed maybe, but ultimately I think it's some type of goal you set for yourself. And you're having a hard time fighting temptation, I'm feeling, to an extent. Yeah, I keep hearing, I think that was a J. Cole hook. The devil keeps calling me. Like, it's just there. It's just there, beckoning you. And this can be any type of addiction. This can be addiction to food. This can be addiction to, I almost said porn. I mean, it totally could be. Addiction to, like, spending money on kitchen gadgets, like anything that is not conducive to the path that you have set yourself on, okay? But you decide if this is the energy that you're going to be in, Pisces, okay? I want you to understand that you are in full control. Because like I said, you come out here with this opportunity to really, like, show that you are worth it. Like, it's kind of like you're going to have to kind of put on a show of your worth this month. And not just for anybody. It's for people that, you know, you need to prove yourself to. Whether it be people that you love, someone in your family. But it's not because you're just having to put on a song and dance. It's because you made a promise. I'm feeling as though you made a promise of some sort, okay? In the position of what you need to let go, we have the Nine of Pentacles with the Magician and the rune Fertility. So, y'all know I love the Nine of Pentacles. I love this card. So to see it here, it's kind of sad. if you're leaving behind the Nine of Pentacles, right? Just to fully step into the Ten of Pentacles, it's like stop thinking about yourself when it comes to money, right? Like, it's not just you anymore. Maybe some of you have just decided to couple up or just started a family or something like that. Like, you're not the only one that needs to benefit off this money. So there's a need to stop being indulgent as well. This could be like going out to eat, you know, buying new sneakers, whatever it is. There's a need to be less self-indulgent. Because with the rune fertility here, in the Magician, right? I mean, it seems like a really good pair. But why would Spirit be asking you to leave behind something that was helping you? You know what I'm saying? So, I think you have this power, right? In this case, the Magician is your power, Pisces. You can abracadabra your ass to be anything, right? The master of illusion. Neptune's been in your sign. It's at home. Y'all are really two things. You know, you know how to move through Neptune, but that doesn't mean you're immune to what Neptune does. So, if you have been hiding in some way, how much money you're earning or how much money you're saving, or there's something here that like you owe somebody an explanation and you have been kind of pulling smoke and mirror tricks to not have anyone see what's really happening here. It's like the Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean? How the wizard ended up being this like guy behind the screen, like that kind of thing. So it's not like your lies are making you a bad person. I don't think you're doing anything that's cruel or mean, but there's some level of dishonesty, and anytime we're dishonest with other people, we're ultimately being dishonest with ourselves. So are you willing to, like, I'm feeling like strapped down, like tighten your bootstraps. Like, it's time, again, to prove yourself that you're ready for this new promotion, that you're ready for this new contract, that you're ready for this new responsibility that comes with money, more money. I almost said more money, more cash, more hoes, but that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing, Pisces. I mean, you can, free will. You have to decide what part of the wheel you want to be on. Behind it is the Three of Swords. So I would say be mindful that when you lie, right, or when you tell a fib, or you go back on a promise that you even made to yourself, know that ultimately there's going to be some type of pain. I don't want to say repercussion, but there's going to be some type of pang that's going to come for you. Pain and pang, like you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that at some point. Okay, because the universe is very much an eye for an eye, you know what I mean? And not in a cruel way, but it just is. The door that's not open to you that was once closed. The Devil with the Five of Swords and Judgment. Again, we have the rune Joy here. So, is it, Pisces, that you kind of get joy from something that you know is not good for you? Because I've been there, homie. So I'm not even shading you at all. I think every single person on this earth can say at one time or another they loved indulging in something that they ultimately knew was self-sabotaging, or just at least not conducive to maximum soul growth. And with the Judgment here, right, you may be hiding this, right, this habit that makes you happy, because you don't want to have an argument and be judged about it. But this door will swing wide open. Wide open if you don't come clean. For yourself, first and foremost. The longer things stay in the dark, the more they burn when they hit the light. Okay, think about a vampire, right? They stay years and years and years out of the sun, right? They're always in the dark. So how long something is buried is equally weighed to how much something suffers and feels pain in stark contrast when it hits the light. So Are you judging yourself that this makes you happy? That you like kind of being bound to this person, this relationship, this way of relating, this way of coping, this way of thinking, this way of going about your business, the way that you spend money. But ultimately, you may find comfort in this habit, but ultimately it's draining you because, again, we come into your current energy and we have the Seven of Swords in your head, the Ten of Pentacles in your heart with the rune Protection, and the Star in your foundation. So I'm going to start with your foundation. So with the Star in your foundation, I think you have pure motives, Pisces. I think you do have pure motives. I think ultimately you do have, like, you are trying to purify yourself. Purify yourself and renew your sense of faith and belief in this dream. And I think this dream is something that you've been working on for a long time. Again, I think this is very much job related, and if family is tied into it, the job is also part of it. Okay? So I think you really are trying to make a dream come true, something that you've been asking for a long time. And then, however, when we have the Seven of Swords in your head, like I told Virgo, when you have this energy here, at minimum, you are robbing yourself of clarity, right? Because at the very least, you're having someone get carried away with 5 swords, right? And they ended up right here. Oh shit, they ended up right here. So that's another thing. If this is some type of habit, no matter what kind of habit it is, okay? Anything can be a habit, right? Something you do consistently that takes your energy and or money or time, right? It's really draining you mentally, ultimately. And I think keeping up some sort of facade is also very draining to you. And I believe that you really want this, but there just needs to be like a renewal of commitment. Again, not for the other person or the family or the society or your parents or whatever. You need to do it for you. Because until you do something for yourself, you can't break any habit, right? Like all the people, again, I'm not trying to insinuate this is drugs, but like anyone that gets forced to go to rehab, almost it's like 90% or 85% chance that they relapse because they're not doing it for them, right? Sobriety is something that you do for yourself. Take it from me, I just declared sobriety, and I was thinking about it 3 years ago, and I didn't, I wasn't able to because I just, peer pressure and whatever, and it's not even peer pressure like people are actually asking you, it's just like societal, like community peer pressure. Now with the Ten of Pentacles in your heart, with the rune Protection, again, speaking of this Star energy, I think you do have your family and your security's best interest at heart, and you are keeping this a secret to protect them and protect your assets. And I think you don't, again, I think there's this feeling here if you don't want them to know what your financial situation is like. And it doesn't even mean it's bad or like you don't have a lot of money or whatever. I don't even think it's that. I think it's just like there's this need to keep some type of mask on. Okay? Spirit's advice for you this month. We have the Seven of Wands, clarified by the Four of Swords, and we have the rune Love. So, again, with the Four of Swords being the motivation for the Seven of Wands, there's this need here to really take a step back. And I think reevaluate, and it's perfect time, Mercury's in retrograde, it's the 5th. Reevaluate your motivations and the things that you've been saying and communicating to other people. Like you don't necessarily need to withdraw from people physically, but I think you really need to step back on the things that you've been saying. It's like, don't it's better to say nothing than to lie. And it's better to say nothing than to, you know, exaggerate or whatever it is, okay? And with Seven of Wands in love, I'm sorry, I'm just sitting with this energy. Make sure when you go into love scenarios, and this could be any kind, right? This can be you and your children. You know, if you're older, this could be you and your adult children or whatever, or coworkers. It doesn't really matter. When you set boundaries with people you care about, or with people that you're just around all the time, it's important your love for self is being considered when we set boundaries. But also, it's important to assess what kind of boundaries we are placing on love and on love relationships. Again, so if there's some type of deception going on here, are you really being fair to yourself and potentially your partner if the boundaries you're creating are simply just so that you can continue to feed this demon? You know what I'm saying? So make sure the boundaries you create are loving, not only for yourself, but the people that you're involved with. And know that, I think I told another sign this, love is worth fighting for. And I don't mean that in, like, again, like a dangerous way, like in an abusive relationship. Obviously, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, like, love is worth the effort. But again, not because somebody else asked you to, because you've deemed it worth the effort. So just know that if there's someone you love, or there's something that you love, or there's some business that you love, or whatever, it's worth facing your demons. I know that was your tagline last month. It's worth facing your demons. It's worth being honest about needing help. It's worth it to air out your dirty laundry to the people that you love so that you can get supported. Okay? Again, in the outcome, we have the Eight of Pentacles with the Five of Wands, the Rune Success, and the King of Cups. So I pretty much went through this, but, you know, it's going to take you some effort to succeed, again, with either beating this addiction of some sorts, beating this habit, getting this job, seizing this new money. It's going to take a little bit of a song and dance on your behalf. But I do think that you're ready to put in the work. This feels as though you're ready to put in the work. But there needs to be that honesty. There's no place for deception in love. And if love is the wave that you're vibrating on, then that means, again, in everything that you do, you need to be honest. Because if you want others to be honest with you, if you want to have transparent interactions with people, you need to also bring the same thing. Okay? So put the effort towards whatever it is that you've been trying to build, whatever it is you've been trying to seize, Pisces. You need to put in the work. Now is the time. Because there's people out there that are trying to take your spot. And it's not because they deserve it more than you. It's just because not everything in life is just handed to us. Some things we have to work for. So I hope that resonated. Let me get a... Honestly, because you guys are my opposite sign, like, until you start commenting, like, oh yeah, that's totally what I'm going through, I always wonder, like, am I even talking to them? Because I don't really know any Pisces people, so I can't even assimilate the reading to someone that I know. Here we go. I have a wonderful relationship with my friends, family members, and coworkers. I am appreciated. I am safe when I express my feelings. I can be serene in any situation. Well then, I think that cleared everything up. Pisces, I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you soon for your September love readings. Peace.